Morning. It's Wednesday, August 23rd, 2023. I'm Larissa. This is my video diary. My, but a body does get around. My. I should read that again. It's been a while since I've read that. Light in August. It's a strange time of year, August. The light is starting to shift noticeably, right? As we move into September. Shadows are longer. And there's an urgency to meet completion, right? Beginning of harvest, prep for harvest. Things are different these days, though, huh? The shift. The light is different since the axis shift post-Fukushima. Yeah. Our planet is in a different position than it once was. What is it, like 4 or 5 degrees, something like that? It's amazing how something so small can be so powerful, huh? Hey, Brody. Hey, mister. Hey, mister. Brody. Brody. Look at mommy. Brody. Look at mommy. Thank you. Come over here. Come on. Come over here. He says, no. I'm going to stare at the door. I'm going to stare at the door until Daddy comes out. Almost in the shower. My, but a body does get around. My. Yeah. So, stuff about Maui. Over 1,000 people, huh? Over 1,000 people still missing. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. You have to wonder, how truly wild was that fire? I got questions about it. I do. I got questions about that fire and about where it happened. How many cannabis farms were around there? I haven't seen any Maui Wowie in a long time. No, I have not. Oh, it makes me wonder. Oh, it makes me wonder. Yeah. What percentage of the population that is listed as missing are indigenous Hawaiians, tribal Hawaiians? It's hard to say, and nothing is indigenous to Hawaii, right? Nothing. Everything came to Hawaii, including the people. But you know what I'm saying? What is it? The only plant that is unique to Hawaii is what, those silver swords? That protected plant up on the top of the volcano. The silver swords on top of the mountain. No, I'll touch them. I mean, when we were there, we went and saw them, right? And the elevation is so high. I was getting like altitude headache. There was this asshole that was on our tour. Woman said numerous times, it is illegal to touch them. Do not touch them. Do not walk between them. You can see them. That's it. Don't pick them. This asshole goes over and is like petting the plant. And she was just like, he spoke fluent English, did not seem to have an accent of any kind. He understood what she said. He was just an asshole. Some people are just assholes. Yeah. So there's this wine bar that has good wine down the street from my gallery. And the bigot who committed the hate crime against me goes there. He's there frequently. And I never say anything to him. I mean, he was extremely hateful to me. I mean, he threw that sign at my door, right? And then was a smug piece of shit and threatened me, right? Basically called me trash, saying he was a concerned citizen. I'm a concerned citizen. What? Because I opened a fucking business? Which beef, dude? Must be some sort of bigotry, right? Must be some sort of bigotry. Gypsies, tramps, and thieves, we hear it from the people all the time. They call us gypsies, tramps, and thieves. But every night all the men will come around and throw the money down. Anyway. I never say anything to him. I don't cause trouble. When he comes up, I usually sit at the bar, and there's little tables. I mean, it's a wine bar. You can go in there and buy wine. You can buy bottles of wine. He always gives me a look when he comes up to the bar. Is always a snide side eye, like, yeah, look, here I am, you know. Because I called the police. It was a hate crime. It was a hate crime. I had my sign out in front of my door, my sandwich board, like all the other fucking businesses. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people have them, restaurants and things. It was the morning. There's nobody on the fucking street, right? You know, I was just opening. I was just put my sign out, and I was working on a painting, and sign. I had met a number of people in the community who were native Russian speakers. They're Russian Jews that live in that area there. I am not a Jew. I do speak some Russian. I learned it in school. I speak a bunch of different. I speak a little of a bunch of different languages. Some things I learned from my grandma Rose. Some things I learned from my pappers. Some things I learned from my pappy, right? Some things I learned from working for the Greeks, with the Albanians and the Iraqis. Some things I've learned studying. And I never imagined that being able to speak, read, and write multiple languages would, make me a target, but it did. So on my sign, I had in Russian, my doors, but it was half in English, half in Russian. I said, my door is I'm open, but my door is closed today. I said, потому что моя кошка здесь, because my cat is here. And then it said, как видела, ты знаешь, which means, how are you doing today? Do you know? And I was just posing a question. And I was reaching out to the native Russian-speaking community that is there in Saratoga. And this asshole picks up my sign and throws it at my door. And he did break it. The 1 foot on the sign does not stay on. I have to manually put it on, like, every day when I take the sign out. But, he almost hit the window. And if he had hit the window, it would have broken the window, right? I almost wish he had. Because if he had broken the window, maybe then the police would have picked him up, right? Vladim. Yeah. He's a jerk. He's an asshole. He's a bigot. And I don't care if he's Ukrainian or not. My Grandma Rose's family was Ukrainian. Ukrainian Orthodox. Yeah. And they came to this country because of communism. They came to this country escaping communism. So pardon me. Pardon me for having learned a foreign language. Right? Yeah. Yeah. But nobody cares when the hate crime is done against Larissa. Oh, no, 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 no. Nobody cares when Larissa's assaulted or attacked in public. No, 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 no. Evidently, in California, I'm a subhuman. I'm lower than an animal. Evidently. Mm. Anyway. Yeah. Hate crimes. Hate crimes. Hate crimes. What do you think, Brody? Brody, is it tough being black and white? Mm. Yeah, I don't believe in any race other than the human race. I don't. I don't. Skin color, hair color, eye color. Mm. Those are just genetic traits. Genetic traits of human beings. Yeah. And some human beings are smart and some are stupid, which is also genetic, can be genetic, right? But is not correlated skin, hair, or eye color. So, you know, stupid is as stupid does. Mm. Yeah. I've been writing poetry. Yeah, I have been. I got all the paintings that I have done so far, which I'm halfway done with that series. All the paintings that I have done so far, all of them, I have poems for. So the second book, the volume 2, will have a very nice collection of poems. So the foreword in the second book, I've been thinking about that. I'm not ready to write it yet. I have a bunch of other writing I need to do first. I started laying out the next quarterly already, right? And advertising the solicitation campaign. I did that. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Anyway, the introduction for the second book, I'm going to talk about pigments use and because that's also part of the feature of the second volume is the use of pigment, as opposed to paint out of tubes, mixing paint, and so I'm going to talk about the medium itself in the next introduction, because I don't want to you know, the part about the dreams, right? I'll have a couple sentences about it, but I'm not going to put the same introduction that was in the first book in the second book, right? They're volume 1 and volume 2, right? They're anyway. I may do a credit page in the second volume. Yeah, I might. I just might. I don't know. That would be awfully brazen of me, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would be. Special thanks to. Oh, there's some people I can make some special thanks to. Mm-hmm. Oh, anyway. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go back down to the wine bar. I'm a little bit. Um, I'm not embarrassed in any way. Oh, I said something to the guy's friend. That's why. The guy after he left, I made a comment. Something in my mouth. Fuzz. Yeah, I said something to him on the street. I did. When he was in front of my gallery, I did. He didn't even have the nerve to turn around and look at me. He owes me an apology. And unless he apologizes to me, I will continue to consider him an asshole and a bigot because he has proven to me that he is. Right? Yeah. I have dealt with far too much bigotry in my fucking life since I was a child to accept it from him. It will not be accepted, and it will not be tolerated. Yeah. It will not be tolerated, particularly from him. Particularly. With dupa. Anyway. Anyway.